collection of meteorites in Canada next to the Geologic Survey. And I should point out that meteorites come in three varieties. They're either metallic or stony, representing the cores or outer parts of small planets that have crashed together and fragmented into trillions of pieces. If you look next door, that's a metallic meteorite, a piece of which formed the Arizona crater 50,000 years ago. There's a third type of meteorite, and it contains all sorts of interesting organic chemicals and water from the early solar system. If you look at the meteorite in the middle of the top shelf here, labeled Tagish Lake, it looks very small. It's about 1 inch in diameter, looks like a charcoal briquette. If you ground it in your hand, you would find that it would pulverize. This was a 5-meter meteorite that hit the Earth's atmosphere in January of 2000. It weighed about 56 tons. Being fairly soft in constituents, it exploded into trillions of pieces at 30 kilometers or 18 miles. Many of the pieces rained down on the frozen lakes in the region, including Tagish Lake. And the meteorite is named after the place that it falls. The local geologist knew a bit about meteorites, he knew a bit about geology. He said, okay, I'll collect it with gloves on and I'll put it immediately in the deep freeze, because this meteorite may contain organic chemicals dating back 4.6 billion years. And this is a small fragment. Most of them are being researched in the University of Toronto and the University of Calgary. But indeed, it was true. They found samples of alcohols, esters, amino acids, the building blocks of proteins, nucleotides, the building blocks of DNA, along with a lot of water left over from the early days of the solar system. Even more amazing, they found nanodiamonds, small diamond crystals, which would have been produced in the explosion of a large star, because only the explosion of a large star would produce enough temperature and pressure to produce diamond from carbon. So a lot of research material from this small meteorite. I should note that the museum has about 40% of its collection consists of these unusual meteorites, and we're learning a lot about the early environment of the solar system from them. Now, we've talked about the museum and how it's evolving. The museum visitor in 1914 is not the museum visitor today. The museum visitor in 1914 was probably about my age. He went through the museum, he read every placard, but people have changed. People are using electronic media. People are going to the museum not so much as a learning experience, but as a social experience now. So the methods of presentation are changing. We're using more video screens, we're using large screens for Friday Night Live, we're using blogs to get various information, and we're using apps. So there's an app in the museum called Scopify Your ROM. You can download it on your cell phone, and it'll give you extra information about a number of selected artifacts, like maybe an X-ray, maybe a video. So this is the way we're evolving. We're trying to reach out to the people, obviously adults, families on the weekends, lots of kids programs, and in a city as cosmopolitan as Toronto, we have Heritage Days, and they are fairly frequent. We had Iranian Heritage Days about 2 months ago. We had Greek Heritage Day, and we provide some exhibitions of local heritage, because Toronto is a very cosmopolitan city. Why do people go to museums? We go to museums to connect with our past. It may be our national past, it may be our racial past, it may be our species past, it may be our planetary past. But we all long to connect to our origins, and that's the reason for a museum visit. So the idea is to try to engage the person of the present time and try to interest them as much as possible. If you have any ideas of how the museum can improve its presentation, there's a suggestion box at the front desk. We would welcome your opinions. Thank you very much.